The second game of technically week 2, even though we are a couple of weeks in now, between the 200 Robbers and the Prodigies. So starting on the attacking side, we've got the Prodigies with their sub Kudon today, Boba leading the charge, Orams, Danny, and JMO. On the defending team, we've got the team that we've known from week 1 to have done really well and have stuck together without pretty much any subs ever outside their core 7. We have Panda, Celeste, Mr. Shady Man, aka Bio, Sabites, and Kuro. So, of course, the 200 Robbers have, been known to be quite stable. The only challenge they face so far is just, the bees. But even then, they've always made it close. They've always, gave the bees a run for their money. Whereas on the other side, with Prodigies, I feel like they don't have a consistent core of players who normally plays the game for them. Outside of maybe Boba and Orams, maybe JMO and Danny as well. Today they don't have Licks or Mage or Lost, so that's why they're bringing Kudons. Now Kudons here is of course going to be the wild card coming into this game. The 200 Robbers, in fact, all but Mr. Shady Man have not played against Kudons before. He was part of the first CVL, so yeah, I think his playstyle might be what the Prodigies just need to throw 200 Robbers off guard. Now, the last time these two teams faced off against each other, the 200 Robbers took it, and quite convincingly, I might add. And I think the Prodigies, besides their one win against the Bandits, who have not had any wins yet, they haven't looked very good or very competitive whatsoever against the other teams. So hopefully today is the day where they can bounce back. Of course, if there's anything that I can give to this Prodigies team is that they definitely have heart, especially Boba and Orams. You can clearly tell that they really want this. So let's hope they can get it today, but it's not going to be an easy task. So right off the bat, the Prodigies are looking to push towards A as they're going to be facing 3 players here. Sabites this time around is the one that's going to be on the KO, and he's going to be domed immediately by JMO. Panda this time around switching to the Sova, being able to get that one. Surprisingly, no one was covering Danny at that time. Kudons, though, being able to get 2. Panda trading Boba out. So Panda has been able to get 2, but overall, the Prodigies are looking pretty good. JMO finally falls, so now it's all down to 2v2, but Kudons being able to get 2 off his own and Orams to close it out. So overall, outside of Panda, there wasn't too much resistance on the A sides. The fact that he can make it look close was still very impressive, but overall a great start from the Prodigies. And one thing that I might add is that I believe this is the first time we have an official game on Icebox, and I think this is one map that we don't really see any team favor too much. So I think I'm not sure if the Prodigies practiced on this map specifically, or maybe they're just choosing it because they know the Robbers are not comfortable on this map. Either way, looking good so far. Let's hope they can secure these easy rounds, but they're gonna face against the same 3, now 4 players here on A sides. Let's see if they can find anything. Panda is looking around, seeing if there's going to be the same plant here. It looks like this time around he's not gonna be given anything. Instead, it's Kudons who's playing super aggressively, and this man, being able to play this aggressive, and I think something that's playing to his favor as well is the fact that he doesn't really know how this 200 Robbers team plays. So Kudons is on track to get an ace here. Celeste will be able to get 1 on Orams with the classic, which is good, but Kudons is just going to absolutely shut it out. 701 for this man in the first 2 rounds. Absolutely insane by him. And yeah, like I said, I think the Prodigies, not having a good game for quite a while right now might play into their heads, but having Kudons here, a fresh new player, a brand new perspective from them, and him not really caring too much about the opponent's ranks or how they play or even their record is something that the Prodigies are really taking advantage of, which is a great thing to see. Now, as long as they can support Kudans and make sure that he can keep his performance up, I think they have a pretty good shot at least taking this half, but CeleStarz is already shutting that down, tags JMO as well, but that's a good start to the anti-bonus here. Mr. Shady Man will catch off 2 in mid, and more importantly, picks off Kudans as well, and the interim captain Boba. Now let's see if Bio can get another one, and the answer is no. I think if you're the Prodigies, your mission here is to just make it expensive, but it looks like Kuro wants to try to stop this. On the other side, CeleStarz is already pushed up. Oh, they're barely just going to miss that. Now Kuro peeking out of B garage will be able to clean off the last 2. So overall, a pretty clean round. Bio being able to get 2 there was definitely very impressive, and CeleStarz getting that first pick. Now, of course, I don't think I should be surprised anymore at this point, but I think CeleStarz moving to that duelist role with Reyna has been paying dividends for this team. Now, the other player that I think cannot be underestimated, but we haven't seen enough, is Bio, aka Mr. Shady Man. I mean, this guy right here has been playing quite a lot, despite not really playing on stream. So I know he's improved, a lot compared to his showing in the last CVL. So it's good to see him, still be able to gel with his team, still be able to play the role that he needs to play despite not have been playing with them for quite some time. Now the other 4 though are different news, as Bio gets yet another one on Worms. Panda, CeleStarz, Kuro, Sabites are basically the common 4, and those 4 always play, I believe, in every single match we've had so far, and Sin, Name, and Bio have been the 5th man, and they're on a rotation. So these 4 players definitely know how to play well together. Boba with a lurk mid will be able to get that one though, but Kuro catches one on behind, and that's a spike gone. Now 3v3. Oh, is Boba going to know this? No, Boba's just gonna barely miss the timing here. Now, if they pincer in on Kudans, or on Kuro rather, it might be good, but it looks like Kuro is the one that's gonna get the timing. Danny thinks about challenging, will not go for it, but Kudans, this man again knows no fear despite dying to Bio in the last round. CeleStarz is still on site, Sabites as well, and now the Prodigies are running out of time. They have to win this one. Are they going to get the plant down? And the answer is they might not be able to, as CeleStarz shuts Kudans down. She is just Reyna killer. I feel like whenever she goes Reyna, the opposing Reyna does not have a good time against her. And, be it Kiwa or Cryptic, some of the best players in the league. And now Kudans. Now, of course, Kudans is not part of the current CVL, but looking at the previous CVL, he's definitely been one of the superstars back then. So it's good to see him back in his form. But that being said, there's a new sheriff in town by the name of CeleStarz, who's just shutting down not only opposing Reynas, but just getting the kills that she needs, that her team needs, to be able to secure the round. Now, leaving Kuro here on his own is definitely an interesting strategy, but he's able to get 2 before getting taken down. But considering that this is the safe round of Prodigies, it's not looking too bad. Boba does have a gun. Let's see here. Question is, does he want to go for this? He does get tagged, and I think the rest of 200 Robbers knows exactly what's going on. Boba will be able to get that one, though. Gets Mr. Shady Man as well. So despite JMO going down, it's still a 2v2. Oh, I think Sabites gets spotted, and Boba has an idea of where he might be. Oh, this man is absolutely crazy, and now it's all just down to a 1v1 between CeleStarz and Boba. Boba is also someone, sometimes I think the biggest thing about Boba, the thing that's keeping him from that superstar status, is his inconsistency sometimes. But when he does pop off, when that Boba shows up, he can be an absolute menace, as you can see there. The way he can control his you know, trigger discipline. Oh, just barely going to miss CeleStarz there. But yeah, the way he can... Oh, that's... Oh my gosh, Boba almost got timing there, but instead CeleStarz did not check her left, and Boba is able to punish her. But yeah, as I was saying, you know, when Boba really turns it up, the way he can just control his trigger to stop and aim and focus in on their head instead of, you know, just panic spraying like, you know, a lot of players that is around his levels do. That's definitely something that's, you know, good to see. It really shows that he does have that patience. He does have that calmness to him. And that's exactly what you want to see. And yeah, that's a weird thing about Boba. And I'm just gonna go on about this just a little bit more. But yeah, Boba is someone that does better when he's calm and not, you know, go too crazy. But speaking of going crazy, man, Mr. Shady Man getting 2 with the Spectre of all things. Oh, Boba is just gonna get pressured, and Kuro holding down B side really strongly with that ultimate. Man. Yeah, Kuro, you know, in the beginning I had my doubts seeing him, you know, hold B alone, but it seems like it's been working. And I don't think the 200 robbers practice this, you know, considering that they never pick Icebox, and, you know, whenever it's their turn to pick, they always pick Ascents or Splits, but they might, you know, have more than we initially thought, than I initially thought. I thought Kuro holding B on his own was not the right play, but it looks like they're proving me wrong. Now that being said, Satellites does get tagged low though, so the Prodigies know that A has been working better for them, so they decide to go A. Oh, Kudans is peeking behind. We'll just barely miss Mr. Shady Man. One thing that I really like about the 200 robbers is the way they've been able to pick off, you know, sites. Or get map control rather. Now they know for sure that the rest of the team is on A sites, which allows Kuro to just slowly start to pinch in. Oh, this is gonna be nasty here if you're the Prodigies, and JMO gets tagged as well, gets brought down. Kudans does kill CeleStarz though, so that's a good start, but now he's low, and he's not gonna expect Kuro here at all. Danny is going to shoot some pop shots, but he's going to get caught off on the air as well. Kuro, this man starting to pop off again. You know, he had an amazing scrim game, the very first scrim before CVL even started, but since then, since he got off the Reyna role and that move to CeleStarz, he's been kind of quiet. So it's good to finally see him turn it back up again. I remember the very first time he was, you know, in a league of his own, beating some of the likes like Cryptic, even outshining his own captain. And now he's showing what he can do on defense on Icebox here, and so far it's looking nothing short of impressive. Mr. Shady Man wants a piece of the action, will just help his teammate here over B, and that is the right play as he just locks into Danny's head. Now he is going to get spotted out, but Kuro is here to help him out. So I think this is still looking really good for the 200 robbers, and now look at this. They already have 2 flanks coming in, and JMO was not ready for that at all. Kudans and Orms trapped. Let's see how they're gonna get out of this. They're blinded, they're mollied. Man, they're just pressured so hard. Kudans will get 2. Okay. This might look doable. Okay. Okay, looks like Bio, despite getting tagged low, will get 3 to his name. And look at this man. He is 962. For the very last pick, that does not look too bad whatsoever. Man, this guy is absolutely insane right now. What he's been able to do. I'm very impressed with his performance so far. You know, once again, Panda is not someone who is, you know, very flashy. He's not a Kiwa or he's not a Cryptic who just runs around and just head taps everyone, but it seems like, you know, he's okay playing the passive role and the support role. In fact, I think his team works better when he's on the passive role. Because I like that, you know, everyone on his team can step it up. Everyone on his team can kill. So all he has to do is just facilitate for the team, knowing that, you know, they are going to have his back. Crow taking the aggressive peek, but instead it's gonna be Mr. Shady Man that gets 2 before getting taken down. So once again, this man showing his impact here. Now Kudon's finally shutting down Kuro here. Okay, so it's a 3v3. The 200 robbers aren't out of the woods yet. Sabites wants to push the issue, will not face anyone though, as the rest of Prodigies are already on their way onto B sites. Panda does get spotted. Well, let's see what else can they do here. Oh, now Celeste is going to peek, will get Orums, and Orums was not ready for that at all. So now it's all just down to Kudons, but Kudons is not ready for Sabites with the lurk here. So once again, you know, relatively clean round for the 200 robbers. And you know, if you're the Prodigies, right after you attack a site, it's so hard for them to rotate anywhere else. It's so hard for them to regain map control, because the moments they have that info, you know, the 200 robbers just close in on them. The moment 200 robbers know where the Prodigies are attacking, they immediately go for the flank, which so far has worked out really well for them. And you know, what the Prodigies need to do better is have a lurk, a flank watch rather. Oh, Kudon's just barely going to miss that one. Will spot a couple backside though. Gets 1, gets 2 on Celeste. This time around, he wins the battle of the Reina. Now 4v3 advantage to Prodigies, but Panda just shuts him down. Let's see what they can do here. Okay, so they got the plants going, and it looks like Boba's just going to be playing post plant here. JMO is also going to be just sitting back in spawn chilling. I'm pretty sure he's just waiting to use his ult. So I think Prodigy should have this round in the bag. Question is, how expensive does Prodigies want to make it? Oh, Orums unnecessarily peeks there. And he gets caught, yeah, caught off. JMO does tag 1. But let's see what else he can get. Now he has to go up, and Spike is not planted for them. So somehow the Prodigies have turned this one around, and Mr. Shady Man gets another pick, gets another punish for that missed op shot. He's not going to be able to recover the op, but honestly, if you're the 200 robbers right now, you're not facing much difficulty, you know, holding a site, retaking a site. It seems like everything that Prodigies are trying to do have been figured out by the 200 robbers here. And you know, if you're the Prodigies, yes, now they do have a flank watch. That's definitely good to see. But you know, the flank watch not finding anything and not helping his teammates afterwards essentially means that JMO was pretty much useless for that entire half, or that entire round rather. Mr. Shady Man once again not falling without dropping one of his team. Oh, Kuro almost get caught off there, but instead he's the one that's gonna get the pick. Now Boba though will trade out his teammate once again, has his ult, oh, but pops it right as Panda pops him. That's a very, very unfortunate timing here. Now Orums is not gonna be able to get that one either, so Panda is going to get the 3K. What a huge play there. What a huge kill to be able to kill Boba right there as he pops his ult. So now that's the Viper ult wasted. And, you know, if you're the Prodigies, that's devastating. Yes, the half's almost over, but if they got that round, you know, this could have been very, very different. Instead, they might have to face a 9-3 because now they're broke. They have to force, and this is just not looking good for them. The one consolation they have is that Orums is on the chamber, so Orums will have his ult, but oh my gosh, Bio is just absolutely crazy. Luckily, Boba is going to be able to close him out, but that's not gonna matter as Panda gets 3 out of nowhere. Panda, that's disgusting. You're not supposed to be able to do that. Oh, Kudon's pressured. Kudon's, okay, gets 1. Sees Celeste, will not be able to pick her off though. Let's see if he can pick off. Oh, it looks like Kuro's not even gonna let him reload. Man, this is 9-3 half. Panda finally stepping it up. You know, it's not like his team's playing bad, but it looks like he decided to take matters into his own hands. He doesn't want to be seen as a support player. He wants to show that he can, you know, frag amongst the best. Padding his KDA here, an impressive 16-6-2 with the second least deaths in the game, period. It's absolutely crazy. Now, hopefully on defense, the Prodigies can show us something, because the beginning looked great for them, but after that, it just went straight up downhill. And yes, Kurowasun is having a game, but JMO, Danny, you know, even Orums, players that we expect to do well for this Prodigies team, has not been showing up, unfortunately. And that's just heartbreaking. They needed to win this one. Now, Crow's gonna get spotted out. They have 3 on A. So as the rest of the team is rotating over, the Prodigies are, or the Robbers are going to be pushing through. Sabites is going to get the opening kill here on JMO. JMO once again falling down, and Kuro getting one before getting traded by Boba. Boba is truly an anchor for his team. Right now it's only him and Kurowasun, as the rest of the 200 Robbers are just backing off. I think the Prodigies are ready for this because they're rotating towards B as well. Question is this just a fake? It looks like they're pretty committed to rotating over to B. Oh no, they're slowing it down. It looks like they're thinking of the rehit here. Panda's just going to be holding mid, will not encounter anyone. Boba, very smart of him to just stay here. Now, if he can just get one and get out, suddenly the Prodigies look like they might have a chance here. Okay, so Boba knows it's going to be a B push. Smartly gets out. Oh, will he be able to get Celeste? And the answer is yes, and that's spiked down. Now, Bio will be able to recover it, and oh, unfortunately, he runs into the hands of Sabites, and with that, Bio will get a free plant here. Now, it's all down to Orums and Kurowasun to retake this. Kurowasun, let's see if he can get anything here. Oh, Orums and Kurowasun just taking too much time dealing with Panda here. Oh, Panda has to reload. Oh, but Panda still gets out of there. Finally, Orums being able to shut him down. He will not expect Bio to be in here. Oh, he barely saw. Okay, Mr. Shady Man gets taken down. Now it's all just down to Sabites. Finally, Orums being able to get 2, being able to retake here, and the Prodigies once again secure the pistol round. It wasn't clean, but once again, Boba with the proactive play to stay within A with a big brain, and then finally Kurowasun and Orums stepping it up, you know, getting those crucial kills, first on Panda and then yeah, on Sabites in the end, and them pushing in together. That's very smart. But yeah, Smarts right now, it's not gonna cut it. They are behind 9-4. They need a little bit more than just Smarts. They need to start playing, you know, together. They need to start playing more aggressively, and they can't be losing the individual gunfights. Now, of course, the 200 Robbers are not making it easy on them, though. Looks like they're deciding to play default here, but JMO is not going to let Celeste get away with this. Kuro is going to be pushing A, while the rest of the team is heading over towards B. Now, I think Kurowasun spots one, pings it out for his teammates, and he's just going to be backing off, which is a smart thing to do. Now, oh, Kuro gets one on Danny. Danny caught sleeping there, and now the Prodigies are confused. Now they're forced to use this drone on A, when in fact, you know, it was at least going to be a B hit. Kuro with a nice play there. Still one in his headhunter. Oh, but Boba's going to finish him off though, and Kurowasun gets Panda. So now it's all just down to Mr. Shady Man and Sabites. Let's see what they can do here. Now, it looks like they do want to go B into the hands of Kurowasun, and I think Kurowasun's heard that as well. We'll just ping it out to his team once again. So now, let's see. Mr. Shady Man. Oh, Kurowasun spray through. Instead, Orums is the one that's going to get it. And let's see if he's going to get the second one. And the answer is yes. Finally, this man is starting to step it up. 9 kills, 4 kills total in the last 2 rounds, which is almost half the amount of kills that he got in the entire first half. This man has to step up for Prodigies in general, right? There are some players that are drafted for their, you know, support capabilities. There are some players that's there, you know, able to flex. But for Orams, you know, any team that picks him up needs him to frag, because that's what he's known for. He is one of the better players in our league and in our community in general. So he has to be able to step it up. Of course, his job is a little bit easier with Kudon's, you know, on his back. Boba being able to also provide that support as well. Kudon's with a great kill on Bio there, and Kudon's get another one, shutting down Kuro. Now 3v4 right here. Kudon's thought about picking off Panda, but will not be able to get anything. Instead, it's Danny who's been holding the Marshall quite a lot. But hey, I mean, it's been working, and Danny once again with a clean headshot, crispy on Celeste's head, and the Prodigies showing some life. Now that was their bonus round, mind you. Oh, the 200 robbers, looks like their attack is a little bit struggling. Now, you know, if you're the robbers, you don't have to panic yet. You still have the 3-round advantage, and yes, that round was not great, but yeah, if you're the Prodigies, it's good to see Kudon's, Boba, Orams, the 3 pillars of this game, start to really step it up. And if JMO and Danny can get a few here and there, just make their job a lot easier, I think this might actually be doable for the Prodigies. But let's see what they can do here. Speaking of doable, though, it looks like the 200 robbers did JMO's head in. Will stay alive. Celeste does get tagged. Oh, gets really low. And Celeste decides not to re-peek that. So players on both teams tagged. JMO is going to miss his lineups here. Now let's see. Oh, Kuro spots one. Will not be able to get that one though. Okay, so the robbers are playing it slow, but it looks like Kudon's is the one that's going to get the better of Celeste. So Celeste was already low. Kudon's able to get away with his life as well. So the robbers, it seems like they are just pushing through. They do want to get this one. Finally getting JMO, the low player, off. But they still have a lot of work in front of them. Kudon's is still alive. Kudon's is still looking to make some noise here in this round. Kudon's trading out for his teammate. Danny gets taken down. Kuro with 2 on the Stinger. Quite impressive, but Kudon's here is still alive, and it looks like the 3 players now make it 2 will have to retake this. Let's see what they can get here. Kudon's gets yet another one. This man is just absolutely annihilating everyone. Boba gets Sabites as well, so now it's all down to Panda. Panda with the Sheriff will not be able to get anything, so Kudon's shuts it down with 4K to his name. And yes, that was a save round, but man, this man here already has 26 kills with only 10 deaths, which is quite surprising considering, you know, how poorly his team did in the first half. The fact that he is not dying as much as his team, and still not playing passive either. Right, he is still taking the aggressive peaks. He is still getting the necessary kills, but he knows how to control his aggression to be able to get all those picks without dying. So very, very well played from Kudon's and the Prodigies, boys. Now they're able to bring it to 7-9, and if you're the robbers, you're definitely sweating here. Now they definitely have to win this one. This is their bye round, but JMO on the other side will have an op. Kudon's taken down by Kuro though. Surprising to see that Kudon's did not even shoot that one. Oh, so now let's see what they can do here. And just like that, suddenly the robbers have the confidence again to push through. JMO spots one. Is he gonna get anything? It looks like Kuro instead is the one that's going to get his second. And Mr. Shady Man is going to pick off Orams here. Boba revealing his position. Question is, does JMO even want to go for this? Oh, JMO shooting pop shots. They know exactly where he is, and he has to op. He's got to get out of there alive. But it looks like the robbers don't want to let this one go. Oh, he just gets spotted. I think this man's career is over, at least for this round. Oh, the quick scope on Celeste, but he's not gonna get any more as Mr. Shady Man is turning it back up. He's been quiet for quite a while in these past couple of rounds, but finally he's stepping it right up again with that 3 kills. Now, unfortunately, Celeste and Sabites has not been making too much splash this game, but you know, it's good to see that Kuro, Pena, and Mr. Shady Man, who has not played in a while, in fact, at least in CVL. Man, this man right here, like every other team would be kicking themselves right now. The fact that they didn't pick up Bio until the very, very last pick. Kudan does spot one. Luckily, on the other end, besides JMO, who bought the op last round, will still have money to buy. So this is definitely still looking doable here. Kudan's unfortunately gets smoked out. So now he has to be backing off. He does get spotted by the drone. Oh, and he's gonna get tagged here. This is gonna be hard. Oh, it looks like he's gonna get out though. Panda is surprisingly missing that one. He's been so crisp with that Sova ult. Unfortunately, this time around will not pick off the most important member. Instead, it's Kuro once again to get the first pick. Kuro now wanting to get outshined by Kudans here. Oh. Now, if you're the Prodigies, what do you do here? You do have to retake this, and it looks like they do want to try it. They're not going to go for the save, but this is going to be tough. 2 members really low. Okay, Danny gets 1, but Kuro just swipes the lives of 2 more Prodigies member. Kuro with 4, and he's just going to flick in for the ace. This man's absolutely insane. 25 kills, slowly catching up to Kudan's here. Man. This guy is absolutely nuts. And, you know, I thought he would be a one-trick duelist player, but it looks like he's just performing, you know, as well with the chamber. Really puts Orms and the rest of Prodigies to their place. Now, the Prodigies had such a good run there, and it looks like now they're just desperately forcing every single round. No, they cannot get desperate now. They were playing so well, they were doing so well to bring this one back, and then they let one round get away from their grip, and now suddenly they feel the need to force every single round. Orms is able to get Celeste at least, so that's a 4v5 now. Okay, I don't think they know JMO's position, so JMO is going to peek through, gets a clean kill on Sabites. Boba gets Panda as well. Okay, maybe this force might be paying off, but Kuro is still alive with Mr. Shady Man, 2 really impactful players here. Now let's see. Oh, Orms is going to get timing. That is so unfortunate. Of course, Danny still has the res here, so he's just going to be using it, and Kudans is still alive with a Phantom, so this is still looking really, really good for Prodigies, but man, that kill was very unfortunate. Oh, Kudans. Kudans almost caught off guard once again, but it looks like he's gonna get away this time. He has no idea where Bio is. That's a very smart play by him, and Kuro gets 1 as well. Now suddenly it's down to a 2v2. Oh, that is not good for the Prodigies. It looks doable. Let's see if Boba even wants to use his ult here. It looks like he will. Oh, that's a lot invested. Even if they get this one, which they won't, as Kuro once again on track for his 2nd ace. Looks like Bio's just going to be preventing that, but even with the res and the Viper's Pit expended, it looks like the Prodigies are not able to close that one down. Man, this is so heartbreaking for them. It looked good at the start of both halves, but unfortunately, they just let it, you know, get away from their grasp. And because they forced that last round, now once again, JMO has absolutely nothing. He probably has his utility, but that's about it. So this is essentially a 4v5 here. Let's see what they can do. This is a do or die moment for them. I think Danny just shot the knife on time, as the rest of robbers are posturing towards a push. Oh boy. Now the 3 players on A need to hold strong here. Now JMO gets Kuro though, so that's a huge pick, but Panda is already on the lurk mid. And Kudons is not going to be ready at all for that. Okay, Danny is able to trade it out at least. So Kuro and Panda, the 2 key players from the robbers, are down. Prodigies once again has the upper hand here. But hopefully this time around they don't throw it. Of course, Mr. Shady Man is not far behind, and this man was absolutely monumental despite Kuro's 4K last round. So let's see what they do here. Now looks like this is something that the robbers really like. It's re-hitting a site, and it looks like they're going to do that again. But Boba, you know, out of all players, he's the one that's not gonna fall for this. He's going to jump peek it, and I think he has an idea of where the robbers are hitting now. And JMO, a great play to support his teammates, and Sabites didn't even check that corner, so now it's all just down to Celeste, but Celeste is running out of time. And looks like she's not even gonna get one on her own, so Danny is going to shut her down, and the Prodigies live for another day, for another round. Man, they're gonna have to be battling every single round out from here on out. And yes, the money on the other side are not looking good, but the Prodigies still have 4 rounds to clutch. It looks like the 200 robbers still want to force this one despite Mr. Shady Man not being able to full buy here. So this might be the chance for Prodigies to, you know, if they can secure this one, then the next one is almost guaranteed because the 200 robbers will be forced to save here. Maybe that's just what they need to come back into this. But if you're the 200 robbers, you want to close it out right here, right now. And I think that's the reason why they forced here. Now Panda sees 2 rotating off. Oh, Boba will hear a couple pushing through. But unfortunately, Mr. Shady Man is the one that's going to fall. Sabites looks like he's on the hunt for Boba. Will encounter JMO's drone instead. Panda, though, on the other side, will be able to pick off one off. And Kuro, Sabites getting 1 each. Oh, no. Not like this. It looked great, but now Danny on his own in a 1v4. What can he really do? And he can't even kill Kuro, who's 1 health. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. GG's. The 200 robbers take it 13-8.